and when you look at Mbappe, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or for me because PSG got knocked out in
last
16,
against
Real Madrid. From that stage in February, we said first of all, it was Neymar because everyone's talking about Neymar winning Ballon d'Or, especially you. You World Cup and everything. Neymar.
Man,
when did he come?
Because he got injured.
When did he come?
12.
Oh my god! He called Neymar to win it, and he came 12.
He got injured, didn't he, before the World Cup? He wasn't at his best.
But how difficult it is that you get knocked out in Champions League in February, and that ruined your chance of winning the Ballon d'Or.
But yes, guys, we are back with another Neeks Sports Podcast, episode 6. Guys, it's been 6 weeks, and we still ain't got a name. I mean, are we just sticking with the Neeks Sports Podcast? Or Ramone, you were away in the sun of the Caribbean. You didn't come up with no ideas, a bit of inspiration, or you just partying?
Nah, I ain't got nothing. Just wait. I thought you guys would have got it by then. I thought I'll take 2 weeks off.
We sent you away in your sabbatical and an international break to get the juices flowing, the creative juices flowing. But,
I ain't got nothing.
Well, anyway, guys, listen, we asked in the first one, we're asking again. If you got any ideas about what we should be calling this podcast, any snazzy names, just drop us a comment, whatever social media you're watching, listening to, just drop us a comment and let us know. But the big news of the night. Now, the debate about who is the best player in the world, they go on forever. And I'm no doubt that they will go on forever as long as we live. That debate, who's the best player at the moment, who's the most informed, who is the best player of all time. But officially, in 2018, the results are in. And for the first time since 2007, when Ricardo Kaka, more affectionately known, won the Ballon d'Or while playing for AC Milan, we have a winner that isn't Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi. And that man is Real Madrid and Croatia's Luka Modric. I think we need to give him a round of applause. Kyle, can you clap, please?
No, I can't.
Can you clap for a brother?
It's a farce.
It's not a farce. It's official. He is the best player in the world in 2018. He's done it in every competition. Well, the main ones anyway. Champions League, World Cup.
Wait, did he win it?
He won the Champions League.
Did he win the World Cup?
He won the best player of the World Cup. And here he is, lifting the trophy for the best player in the world. He's beaten Ronaldo, who finished second. Antoine Griezmann, World Cup winner and Europa League winner, of course, with Atletico Madrid, third. Boy wonder, Kylian Mbappe, fourth. And Lionel Messi, a poor, lowly fifth. He's finished. He's done. Messi's done. I'm calling it. His crown's gone. Obviously, Ronaldo took that crown a few years ago into the Ballon d'Or anyway. Yeah, I know he resides in you lot's hearts, but in terms of officially, that crown's gone. And now, he's not even in the top 3. He's 5th. How do you explain that, Ka?
Rigged.
Rigged?
Rigged. It's rigged.
How?
Huh? What do you mean, how? The guy was 2 games away from going unbeaten in La Liga.
Oh, him.
Yeah, him.
Oh,
him.
God.
Yeah. Won La Liga. Probably scored the most goals in that season. Why is he 5th?
Did nothing at the highest level, the World Cup. One dry goal against Nigeria. Whoop-de-doo.
Neither did Ronaldo.
I mean, Ronaldo scored a hat-trick against Spain.
Okay, he still got knocked out.
He didn't get knocked out. And that's why he didn't win it. But he also won the Champions League, the biggest trophy in club football. So, I think Ronaldo's more than earned his position second. I think he's maybe a bit unlucky not to win it personally. But yeah, I think Modric deserved it. For me personally, at the end of the World Cup, I was like, yeah, Modric should win this. December now, I'm like, you know what? Mbappe should have won it. I think Mbappe should have won it. Right now, as we speak, for me, he's the best player in the world. This is in terms of in 2018. I think he's had the best 2018. But I guess, I don't know.
Can you explain why?
Well, he won, obviously, Young Player of the Tournament in the World Cup. For me, he was France's best player. I think I don't know if Griezmann. Obviously, Griezmann finished higher in here. He finished higher than in the FIFA best awards.
I would argue he was their second best player
Behind who?
What's his name? The guy that played alongside Kante.
What, Matuidi?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can have an argument about many different French players. Some might even say Giroud helped, even though they didn't score. But for me, what Mbappe did at that World Cup, at that age as well, but you just put the age aside, what he did at that World Cup, and then what he's doing for PSG. Obviously, people say, Farmers League, blah, blah, blah. But he ripped out Liverpool the other day as well.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. He did I'll say 2 assists. He affected both of the goals. And every time he played for France, I mean, I know they didn't qualify for the UEFA Nations League final, but he's always in and around the goals and in and around the assists. But yeah, for me, the guy's electric. I don't know how he came fourth, to be honest. For me, he should have come ahead of Griezmann.
He didn't do anything.
Kai, what more do you want from him?
How many goals did he score?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me, but I've seen him play. I've seen him play. Look what he did in that World Cup.
He just scored the goals.
Man ran from his own box to the edge of the Argentina box. Ran like the man, and he's young.
That's one goal. That's not a season.
Second youngest player to score in the World Cup final after Pele. Like, the man did bits.
That's one moment. That's not a whole year.
The man did bits. I'll get up.
He did bits.
All right, I can get the stats up for you, but Ramone, go on.
Let me put some sense into this argument now. Listen, what France did at the World Cup was absolutely brilliant. Can't be taken away. A lot of people didn't put any respect on their name coming into the World Cup, and they came out victorious. I'm looking at both of you. And boy wonder, Kylian Mbappe rose to fame as some predicted he would. Some said that he might not even start in the game. The World Cup may come. This World Cup may come too early, but they went for it. They played him there. He was definitely one of France's best players. It's difficult because so many people had good World Cups for France. And Mbappe was explosive in probably 2 or 3 games. Like the group stages, he couple bits here and there, but nothing. It wasn't until Argentina game they came to life, and then I think
when it mattered the most. And
then I think the final was also maybe 2 or 3 games in that. So I don't know if I would say he was the best player for France.
But I don't think France had played very good in the group stage at all.
Yeah, but he was part of that. So,
but in terms of comparing to other French players, I don't think he was any much further behind than anyone else in that group stage.
But I think.
Griezmann did nothing but put away penalties.
Yeah, but I think the midfield 3 as a unit, Kante, Matuidi and Pogba, I don't remember them having bad games in the World Cup. I don't remember them being non-existent in the World Cup, including the groups, including the group stages. I think those 3 as a unit were brilliant. I think Titi had a poor game against Australia. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Ballon d'Or. Modric as well in that World Cup was brilliant, and you have to admit from start to finish he was Croatia's best player by head and shoulders. He dragged them. He dragged them to the final. Without him, they're not getting anywhere near the final. But the fact that they got 2 penalty shootouts to get to the final as well, he was still their best player pretty much every game, and one best player of the World Cup. And no one could argue that. We all agree that he was the best player of the World Cup. Added that, he nicked the Champions League with Real Madrid. He again was immense in the Champions League last season.
Decent.
And La Liga, Real Madrid weren't at their best, but I think Zidane had one eye on or 2 eyes on the Champions League and getting that trophy. I think the last few months Real Madrid have been in turmoil, so I think the whole squad. I mean, Modric hadn't even played. He gets dropped some of the games as a start, and so it was a bit up and down. But for me, deserved winner. And I think at his age as well, he was not going to get any better, so he had to win it this year. Otherwise, we're not going to see a Modric 5 years in a row.
Yeah, but are you saying he got the award?
No, I'm not. I'm saying he deserves it, but I'm saying he for himself, this had to be it. Because if you don't win it this year, you're not winning it again. And Croatia ain't getting anywhere near a World Cup ever again while he's still playing. They didn't even get. Did they get relegated in the Nations League? I think.
They did.
So I think this is it for Croatia. Them as a nation are falling apart. They need to start looking elsewhere, because you might as well start dropping Modric from now. But deserved winner Ronaldo. Again, you said when you talk about Messi, about them winning it in the past 2 games, going unbeaten until the past 2 games? Was it him? Well, again, Real Madrid won the Champions League. You know, you could argue, was it Modric? Was it Ronaldo? With Croatia getting to the final, was it Modric or not? But it's hard because a lot of this Ballon d'Or is based on trophies. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Apart from Ronaldo and Messi, when they have the years when they score 60, 70 goals,
yeah,
it's a lot based on what you win in terms of what you get. So it's very hard to say. It's very hard for a player not to win a trophy and win the award, which is why, you know, it's hard to. And when you look at Mbappe, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or for me because PSG got knocked out in
last
16, Real Madrid.
Yeah,
From that stage in February, we said first of all it was Neymar, because everyone's talking about Neymar winning Ballon d'Or, especially you. You World Cup and everything. Neymar.
Man,
where did he come?
Because he got injured.
Where did he come?
12.
Oh my god! He called Neymar to win it, and he came 12th.
He got injured, didn't he, before the World Cup?
But how difficult it is that you get knocked out in Champions League in February, and that ruined your chance of winning the Ballon d'Or.
But Griezmann wasn't even in the Champions League. Well, up until the group stage, he got in 2018. He wasn't in the chat. He was in
2018. He won a European trophy.
He was in the Europa League.
He won a European trophy.
Europa League.
But this is exactly what I'm saying to you.
How did he get there?
Because he won a European trophy. I'm not saying that's right, but this is what I'm saying. You look at the end of the season. He won Atletico Madrid a big trophy.
Okay, and PSG they won a big trophy as well.
Barely. Europa League is the bigger trophy than League 1.
I don't know. It might be. But it's a second-rate trophy. Really, I know your team's in it, Ramone, so you have to give it a bit. But it's a second-rate trophy. PSG, they won League 1. I mean, everyone expects them to win it, but they still won it. Like, you can't take it away from Mbappe that he won a trophy that they should win. Atletico Madrid were a Champions League dropout. So you could say that once they failed in the Champions League, they should have won the Europa League because they were far and away the best team in there, and really truly kind of proved. They played Arsenal. I know they only scraped through, but they were a better team than Arsenal. The better team than I think was Marseille. They played in the final. So, I mean, when we're talking about this season, I think Mbappe's got 12 goals in 10 games. Again, people are going to say...
I don't know if they were the better team than Arsenal in the Europa League, man. We dominated them at the Emirates, man. Anyway.
Yeah. Mbappe this year, in all competitions, 23 goals in this season, shall I say. 23 goals in 33 games, 8 assists. Now, added that to his performances in the World Cup. Obviously won the best young player. And... I guess Griezmann's had a good season as well so far, but what Mbappe's done in the Champions League against Liverpool, he scored in and at Anfield as well, didn't he? Yeah, he scored at Anfield, and he had a very good game in Paris. I think he should have been in the top 3 personally. I'm not surprised that he wasn't, because
Goal was done long before that though. They wouldn't have seen that game.
I think that
that plays a part. When the voting, because it's true, when the voting probably comes, the season barely started, isn't it? So it's not really about this season if you think about it. It's literally about, for me, they're literally about the World Cup and the Champions League, Europa League. I don't even think the leagues are that important anymore. I mean, but as you said, Barcelona dominated it, and none of their players are in the top 5. So look at Man City. How they destroyed the whole Premier League.
And
I can't see Kevin De Bruyne.
Position was De Bruyne 9th.
Come on, man.
Just above Harry Kane.
Leagues don't even matter anymore.
But because Titi was in the French squad and was in Barcelona's team for La Liga. Where did he finish?
Well, behind Varane, who won the Champions League. But Varane won the bigger trophies, isn't it? No, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know. But let's briefly talk about Messi and Ronaldo. Obviously, Ronaldo's gone over to Juve, and he's finished 2nd. Messi's finished 5th. Are we seeing Messi back on top of this Ballon d'Or list anytime soon? Because he's not getting any younger. Neither is Ronaldo. But then he's not getting any younger. And there's new young players coming up. Like Mbappe's, he's gonna win it soon. Like unless he gets a major injury.
Is Messi retired from international football?
At the moment,
yeah.
And it's Copa America next year, isn't it?
Unless he comes back for it, man. Yeah, but if they have the only chance they got is if they keep Higuain on the bench, because if he starts that final, they got.
I don't think he's gonna be in that spot.
But yeah, is this the end of Messi in terms of Ballon d'Or winning?
a lot of it in the past, a lot of it had to do with his individuality, like him scoring 60 or 70 goals. Even when he didn't win the Champions League or League, or never won the World Cup, he wins Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that in his locker anymore. One, because he isn't as good as he used to be. He's in his 30s now, and he's getting on. And two, Barcelona as a team aren't as good as they used to be. So he doesn't get that same quality service that he used to get. I mean, Iniesta and Xavi are both gone now, so he doesn't get that same service that he used to get. So not only is the team is not as good, and he's not as good, so his individual contribution towards Barcelona as a whole is going to dramatically decrease. So it's all going to be down to can Barcelona win him a Ballon d'Or? Because it will be down to them winning. At the moment, they've regained. They had a week off from top spot in La Liga. They regained top spot. They won 2-0 and Sevilla drew 1-1 with Alaves. So they're a point ahead now of Sevilla at the top of La Liga.
This La Liga.
But as you said, it doesn't even look like La Liga matters. It's about
it doesn't.
who, because unless you get a real underdog to win the Champions League, like I don't know, Liverpool. No, if you had if you had someone like PSV or even Inter Milan, you're not going to necessarily say, Icardi's going to win the Ballon d'Or. But
he's banging goals.
He is. But if a major team wins it, Juve, Ronaldo's going to win. Barca. So we're having the league. I think it's really going to come down to the Champions League and have Barca going on in their locker
and Copa America. Because I think that's it. International trophies.
But when it comes to France, Ballon d'Or, international trophies, yes. But how do they rank Copa America compared to the Euros? Technically, they are on the same level, but they're FIFA tournaments. It's not a FIFA trophy, so it's about how do they rank it the same? I don't know.
And it's just a matter of can Barcelona win him, because they would literally if they won Champions League and La Liga this year, Messi's going to win Ballon d'Or next year. Yeah, that's a no-brainer, because he's going to be the top goal scorer, and that's all it takes. He will be the top goal scorer, and he will get Ballon d'Or. Obviously, they've qualified top now, but it's a long way to go, and they're not playing great at all. Not playing great at all.
Well, I would say I'm actually happy that Ronaldo and Messi didn't win it, because I've had a gripe with the Ballon d'Or award, World Player of the Year award, whatever it was, for years now. I think it was around 2009, 2010 it might have been actually, where they changed the award. It was no longer Ballon d'Or, it was FIFA Ballon d'Or. And they changed the voting where captains and managers will now, international captains and managers will vote. And it was just, it's like they'll just look who scored the most goals that year. Messi, Ronaldo, give it to them. And it took away, I think it was 2003 where Nedved won the Ballon d'Or. 2006, Cannavaro won it. And then obviously Kaka won it in 2007. Granted he won the Champions League that year as well. But it was like the award was given to who scored the most goals that year, regardless of anything else. Like 2010 for me was one of the biggest injustices, where Inter Milan won the treble, beating Barcelona in the Champions League. They got to the World Cup final. Schneider was the Holland got to the World Cup final, and Schneider I think got 5 goals, joint Golden Boot winner in the World Cup, and he wasn't even in top. No, was it 2010. He wasn't even in top 3. Messi won it, Xavi and Iniesta. Granted, Spain won the World Cup, so you can put them two, but I don't know how you put Messi in there when Messi just scored goals. He didn't win the Champions League. I think they must have won La Liga that year. But I'm like, my man's dominated from his position. He's never going to score 50 goals because he's a central midfielder or attacking midfielder. But he played his football effectively better than everyone else other than possibly Iniesta and Xavi.
No, but you see, from I hear where you're coming from.
I would never have won it if it was a FIFA award, because
I hear where you're coming from. But for me personally, right, that's why we have so say for example, you win the World Cup. Everyone, so France won the World Cup. The whole team gets their winners' medal. Mbappe gets his awards for best young player. Modric gets his award for the best player in the World Cup. You got your golden boots, etc. So awards are handed out to players for best performing in whatever category that they were best performing in. And then for me, Ballon d'Or is a person that individually stood out the most in that year, regardless of what they won, whether it be goals or whether it be whether it would be a goalkeeper that kept 30 clean sheets in the league in a row, or whatever the ridiculous feat is. It should be awarded to that player, because some players won't be able to win a World Cup. Like, so for instance, Ryan Giggs played for Wales. He was never going to win a World Cup.
Yeah, but the World Cup is every 4 years, so it's only every 4 years where you would potentially give it to a World Cup winner. Now, Sneijder wasn't the World Cup winner, but I'm like, his performances at the highest level, for me, were disregarded that year because he didn't score the certain amount of goals.
But you see, but no one would argue the fact that what Messi and Ronaldo did was inhumane. What the other players did, they might win World Cup or get to a World Cup final, and their contribution to the team was magnificent. It was world class. But what Messi and Ronaldo did was inhumane. In one calendar year, Messi scored like 93 goals. Like, what they actually did was like almost on the borderline, not humanly possible.
But for me,
so you have to give it to them. But for whether they win nothing or not, if their team wasn't good enough to win whatever they didn't win, and also they're directly competing against each other. They're in the same league, competing for the same trophies, so they're both not going to win everything.
Peak for that guy.
So one or the other has to win. But
in a year where there is a World Cup, and World Cup is the highest level of football, whatever anyone say about it, it's the highest level of football. Champions League being next. If you win the Champions League, as Sneijder did, and then you dominate a World Cup up until, obviously, the final, to not be in the top 3, it's criminal. I think it's absolutely criminal because a man scored 50 goals. I mean, I'm not saying 50 goals is easy. I know now we look at it, it's easy, but Cavani banged 38 or 40 in 1 year with Napoli. I mean, it happens. And for me, in that 10-year period, yes, Messi and Ronaldo are the best players in the world. But in a year here or a year there, I
didn't see anyone better.
I am happy that those players who don't get the recognition because they don't score the final goal are being now recognised. The fact that it's back in the hands of France football. 2013 is another year where, again, I think it helped. Ribéry won the Champions League, and he was brilliant that year. And he finished in top 3 as well. So I think he got his due, his dues that year. He could possibly have come higher, but you take it as you can. So I'm happy that duopoly, should I say, has been broken. Get back to some sensibility about what is actually a good player and not, because the Messi and Ronaldo just raised the bar to another level.
I also think it's on that because Messi and Ronaldo were the best players of the past 10 years. So it was always a case of the voters always having in the back of their minds Messi or Ronaldo, because they were the best at the time. And so sometimes you just kind of forget the years that they've had, which has happened in the past, the 10 years. Some of the years Messi and Ronaldo haven't had the best of years, but they're the best players in the world. And so we just give it to them because they deserve it. Being on their profile of before, what we've known that they can do, where Messi scored 94 goals in a year, that made us think, hold on.
You said 93, you said 94. I think it was 91, guys.
No, it was more than 91.
I think it was 91, guys.
It was more, man.
I think it was 91.
It was more, man. It was more.
I think it was 73 for Barca and 91 in all competitions. But anyway, go on.
Anyway, so yeah, but I think it's partly to do with I think it's partly to do with them coming to the end of their careers and not having the best years. If Messi and Ronaldo banged 70 goals last year, they're winning the Ballon d'Or this year. They're winning the Ballon d'Or this year. They just didn't because they're not as good as they were. So now they're dropping down.
But they still banged 50.
But this is the thing, because Messi has banged 90 plus goals before. Everything else is a come down. It's true though, isn't it? Everything else is not. Oh, he's only got 50 this year. I remember when he was banging 90 goals. So it's like they're
a victim of their success.
Exactly. And so now they're dropping levels to now where it's now they're just a normal great player. Now they're just a normal
they're regular with the rest of them.
They're regular. Harry Kane might pip them 1 year in terms of goal scoring or whatever because they're down to the normal size. So I think as they fall down, it's more. I think it's more the fact that will we ever like? It's now back to we're all back to normal. Now we're all back to anyone can win it next year.
Because them two were on like a level, and everyone else was there. Robin, Ribery, Modric, everyone's on that kind of level.
Yeah, exactly. So it's partly that, but also I don't know if you think anything has to do with the fact that obviously FIFA and Ballon d'Or was split, and the FIFA Best Awards are a long time before the Ballon d'Or, and so we all know who FIFA believe the winner is. In the past 3 years, it was Ronaldo, Modric, and this year the same thing, Ronaldo, Modric. So I don't know whether it's the fact that they've given it to Modric already, so everyone has it in the back of their minds. A lot of people believe that Modric is the best player that year. So should we follow suit? And
well, put it like this, I think I'll probably end it on this: is that I think Ballon d'Or splitting from FIFA probably says they're unlikely to follow FIFA because FIFA did it. If anything, it might go the other way because you gave it to Modric. We're going to give it to Mbappe, for example. But then it's individuals voting. It's journalists, etc. Those kind of people around the France football are voting. So it really does come down to an individual opinion. But I think as much as people voted by your peers, I played football at not great levels, but at different levels. And if your peers vote for you as the best player, it means something. You're like, everyone who I played with or played against, they thought I was the best. More so than if, say, the teachers or the coaches said, thanks. But everyone had, and that's what FIFA would do. FIFA was like, all your peers voted. But I think as journalists, you're looking from outside in with a bit less bias maybe. You're analysing each player to a much more degree than a captain or a manager from a completely different team would. They would just see, maybe highlights or see this or see the moments of greatness. Whereas a journalist is probably week in, week out writing articles about this, that, and seeing it. So I would say the Ballon d'Or voting for me is a more accurate analysis of actually what happened that year more than so I think in future years you could easily get FIFA, i.e. the coaches and captains voting for one, especially because it's earlier than Ballon d'Or. Because if, let's say for example, let's just say Mbappe was playing for Real Madrid and they got into a storming start to the season after winning the World Cup, then he may pick Modric for the award, even though FIFA was already giving it to Modric. But the duopoly is over. And in time we will come back to a bit more sensibility about football. We don't expect players to score 1 and 2 and even 1 and 1 as they were doing when they were going head to head in Spain. That is it from the Neeks Sports Podcast. I want to thank Ramone and Kyle for joining me again. Welcome back, Ramone, to the cold England.
It's good to be back.
And I will hear from you on Wednesday once Man United pop Arsenal.
Then if I hear from you though.
And you won't hear from me if Arsenal do the opposite. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out all our other videos, all our other podcasts. And again, if you've got any names that we can use for our podcast as we go into the Christmas period, busy period in football and in sport in total, let us know if you've got any names for our podcast. And thanks for listening.
Bomb Squad! Is that better for you, Javon?